Traders, it's Anthony here. I'm looking at the NAS100, the NASDAQ. Just scrunch it up. This is a weekly chart. Right, order flow is bullish overall. The banks are invested long with this, as we can see. And we've had a couple of decent pullbacks. We've had this one here. And now we've got this going on. So what I want to do with this video is go down the time frames and I'll come up with a trade idea. But I need to have a bird's eye view, like a higher time frame perspective. So what I've done is I've marked up these lows. This low coincides with these lows back in here. So that's a big level. And this is a significant level as well through here. So we've hit resistance. We've got a bit of a pin bar going on at a high of this candle here. Now consider this weekly candle. I'm just going to quickly draw a candle, okay? This is what I'm anticipating for the next day or so into Monday. Right, here's a candle. Bullish candle. It opens. I'll just do it from here. Okay, market opens. They hit stops. This is a weekly candle, and then it trades bullish for the week. Market opens. It hits stops. You can see a little wick under here. It trades bullish for the week. Towards the end of the week, they hit stops again. And now we're starting to see a little bit of a wick forming up here. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit more downside into Friday, perhaps. Monday, we'll see. And the other thing too, where are they intending to trade this next week? Well, that remains to be seen. But I mean, this is significant. And yeah, maybe some more downside would be the thing with this. Given, I'll show you this to you on the daily. Anyway, so I've marked up these levels here as a bit of a roadmap. Then when we go down the time frames, we've got these as a reference. So we've got this break of market structure here on the weekly time frame. Bearish break. Okay, so that's pretty significant. Down to the daily, and what does this tell us? Well, okay, bullish trend, higher highs, higher lows. I've marked these up, and there's some trade opportunities. I'll get back to this, but I'm always looking at, in a trend, higher highs, higher lows, and the Fibonacci retrace, 50 to 61.8 fib pullback. So if you consider that, well, there's a buy there, there's a buy here, that was a lower high, so we leave that alone. We get a higher high again. Okay, so there's a buy, and you know what I mean. So in a trend, the opportunity is there. Now this is trending south. And if we apply the same concept, let's just grab this high, low retrace. That meets my criteria for a sell. So we've traded into this distribution candle level here on the daily with the break of market structure, bearish, big retrace, and coming back to this candle idea, do we see this now pull back? So we trade south, and it gives us the candle wick, the weekly, Right, that's an idea. It's just a concept to consider. So let's just get a bit closer to this. I mean, there's so much going on here. There's this trend here. Okay, now compromised with this bullish run, okay? So, does it continue bullish? Well, possibly. But on the daily time frame, okay, so we've got this shift in the character. We've got this higher high, higher low, and so we've got a bit of a trend forming here. Again, my bias would be, even if this is going to continue bullish, let's just high, low, swing low, consider that. Right, so a move back down into here makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I hope you see what I'm getting at here. This is how I'm looking at the chart. So we hit resistance, we pull back, we form this wick on the weekly candle. Who knows where it heads after that, but my bias at this level here would probably be bearish, if anything, because I don't want to... Well, look, here's the thing. I don't want to trade into support or resistance. This is resistance, and I don't want to be buying into that. And I'm always looking at these price swings, and my rule of thumb is I need to get in at a discount. So if we consider this price swing low to high, low to high, measured move back. Right, this price swing here, 50% of that, low to high Fibonacci, right? Possibly a buy down in here, but you don't want to be buying at a premium, right? So the strategy that I'm using will possibly give me a counter trend short, but more importantly, I'm looking for a buy, and if it's traced back down in here, well, that could be Monday or Tuesday, and that could possibly offer an opportunity to buy, possibly. Just see how things shape up, right? But let's just now go down to the 4H. We'll work our way down the time frame and see what we've got here. Okay, here's the thing. And I mean, again, like we've got this 4-hour time frame trend here, compromise now. We've got this shift in the trend here, break of, we'll shift, that's a chock, okay, shift in the trend, just mark that up. Break of market structure, we're kind of getting it, guys. And then we have this break of this high now, right? So low, high, higher low, higher high. Okay, so this is bullish. However, see this? Look what we're trading into. Now, I don't want to be buying into that. All right, so what I'm getting now with this is, okay, so we've got this thin candle, and again, my Fibonacci low to high, all right, well, a potential entry, if this trend continues, would be down in around here. Okay, so that's something to consider. There's a possible, there's an idea, but it's got to come back down into the 50. See what I mean? Look, have a look at this. Grab the Fibonacci, well, low to high. See the pullback down in here? Well, that's your entry point. So I follow the same rule of thumb, low to high, any price swing, and that has to be an entry point there if I'm going to be buying. So, this tells me now that we could see a short opportunity. I'm reluctant to actually sell because I prefer to be, trading with the trend. And this 4-hour time frame trend now is bullish. Now, you could sell here. We have, see this green candle, thin green candle. This is a significant imbalance on the 4-hour time frame. So I think that will be targeted. And my logic tells me to gear up for that, at least 50% of the imbalance. All right, so that's one idea. I'll just put that aside. And idea number 2, well, this idea then is a short, maybe at the current level, but we'll have to go down to a 15-minute time frame. What do we got there? That's a 1.6R, midway through the imbalance. All right, there's your 2.4R. All right, take it further down, there's a 3R, okay? All right, so there's an idea, 2 ideas. Let's go down to the lower time frame now and have a look at this now. And remember that we've traded, see this? We've traded into this. So I don't want to be buying into that. Now, we'll go down to a 15-minute time frame. How to get involved with this? Well, look, it's pretty simple. And look, I like this imbalance here on the 15. I'm inclined to look for a short. Now, don't just jump in here. Well, you could speculate, and that could be a setup, and take the risk if you want to, right? But what I'm going to be looking for here, see this range? Well, what I want to see now is this, and I pointed this out in a lot of videos, but you know, you could wait for price action to, let me just grab that. Okay, so we're getting a bit of a balance area here. It's, well, not a bit, it is a balance area. Okay, so we get the range, but be careful now. So what we could get would be a bit of a fake out, and then they hit stops. This is what I want to see before I get involved. All right, it's ranging. Wait for the volatility, possibly into the London Open. Volatility, and maybe this draws in short traders here. More stops. This is setting up stops above here. Liquidity. Okay, short traders draw in here. More liquidity in terms of they're protecting their positions, and then they hit these stops. So I want to see the spike above, and then I want to see this start to trend south, and then that would get me interested, and then I'll be looking for a short if this sets up, if I'm in front of the chart. That's the play that I'm looking for, guys. If this fails to play out, then there's no trade. I don't want. I'm not buying. I'm not. If it trades north, I'll let it go. Okay, give it a miss. But I am interested, especially look at this thin candle. Now on this time frame, if we get something like this going on, then that could be an entry point. The high stop loss goes above the high. Target one is going to have to be these lows down in here. Yeah, well, we'll just grab this bullish order block on this time frame there. That would be a target there, and that will give you, well, what do we got? How many R's have we got here? Bear with me for a sec. This is giving us, that's 1.7 R. I mean, that's decent. That's okay. And what you could do is pull your stop loss down to break even fairly early, and go for this entire price swing. See this swing here, low to high. Right, there's another target right there. Just go down to there. That'll do. All right. Let's just round it off at 4R. That's a nice outcome. If this price action plays out, guys, that's my approach and my take on the NAS100. A couple of ideas, and then a possible buy down in here. But the same thing. You could go down to the lower time frame once if this trades in our favor here, and we get that. Just wait for this setup, and then you enter. And yeah, I mean that's it, guys. Look, I'd love your comments. Always value everybody's opinion. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic day. Safe trading, and we'll see you in the next video.